Well, Kofi Ampedu minim says we are Jumasa new team no. This is so exciting. In summer season 6. What the Ampedu in the team now they are some. I tell you. Wonderful production in Bofra and Omoto Jum Sano. In fact, me who say making Bushanu I cannot make a choice. Say we the bidding kunim nanka then kameka. Say me ma dwuni no. Nka asuma sia na obentin ba e mofra wano kopa na akoka sisia na ekobam sia za o hye akire na wako yi kana na sa na wako wini ba munyina mo ya ade pa yi you know but we there I am chiche no ebi de da bi achi tie nyina ebe home so na ya twen da mpanyfo ebe keka mani nyina asi ani na afi ona kase asumesi anasa obenten and di nkuru wonderful performances enyum pa na moto no sa no you know my idea pa bro adwene ntiase so enstroma season 6 enti Kofi ma yehu brano baby aye koso bra mo hyase and the final day e di bi eye first 3 and enyoma sonko so mo sisi ama eye first 3 ye ka Kofi ade ye ka Welbeck Kofi Ampedu onu ne ginem onu ne team no Pampe on this production. It's so beautiful. Also, I lead a year director and producer for Badwam on Adom TV, multi-TV. So, a brother said, "D and come on and say business." Also, I can say also what they are doing. Chebe brain is important. If we say, "And come on, be a one," it's for the good of Ghana. Bring them because Ghana, they are fun to man say. I can't say bet me. I can't. I good. Ya betty so. Now for yedi way so apeja to see. Na afie ho si afa ya ntoma panefra na ye kɔ anima enesa ma me mfa sa kwanya we so nka se onyame ya adoma echina ya wada me boss Afro Francis Poku chief executive Fox FM Hot FM ni nuaba and ye kana se radio to Safra ni nuaba enti ebesre busuafo se moma yenkotai Ira Francis Poku ni nuanum nyina achi ebra omu nuaba baako Madam Helena Echa Poku radiator Safra no 78 years onyame adoma echina e Paraco Estate no nsia anopa kopema nyume no nsia na yenkodi ni na wotweda no ti yenkotai eye Poku kamega Poku transport abusia Poku transport emachi na omko kata omu nuaba omunkudi na wotweda rather 1 week celebration Madam Helena Echa Poku late edo bibiase na afesu menkai wo so se ahema fo nyina mo Ghana enti menelo ya chumbere ma de obuye enkran hema entimi nka ga manja hema ana kan se momo manye ise o ya de lawyer hey ko ni ba enti we de krowura hema manye lawyer say we ni mumra dize biti lawyer de ba kwaje de ki obani na be ba kwaje oboko edi asante hema mampo hema achire nso ahema papa bi you know I've Kenya say 1 and 2 ahema papa bi and Africa kurantu to me hema e mo say kurantu be si mi team at once kurantu me mo hema ho mechia mo
na hema ho say oye ochiman adontin
oh wow
entino edia
hema be
ono say woni hema
and a young man now why hema hene wo here kwapem ekropo young
okay that and here you can okwapem hima kasa
yes
ono say woni hema
yeah also ne hema
and then ochi hema so ono na be wadokua ono so
or the dokuya
yes na dokua
oh I see hey any who follow pa baby
oh send them your chin ntem dem ya me hema de great finish abani
and then jachi promise hema
jachi promise jachi ne promise no so momu
jachi hema
jachi hene ye otimfo chiame pani okay ono wo ono ye ba fa mo aten ono wo nti ono so chiame wo
okay
ana aba promise so ye ensi ekrofo fra na so to aso no so no ono so ne hema wo
lese be wo
hema wo
oh wow
yes. Beautiful and the new promise here no ni dynamic about the we as na we ba ne and no usubempa okay ana koya sana foforo abata
okay
enti yes ono so ne hiyo
in essence
ahima mantam mo so hode mi am tell chinja hode
enti in essence ahima nyina na mechia mo no mechia mo amudi baba metim na tachima ahima brekum ahima bia enne kwa de suyan ahima uni adaje kra because kro ni nyina ya odia kopem se besi ene no ye share yi na se enne ekopem se mo calendar no anti mehwe na anya adwumaketwa tisuan manhima onso ene de adaje kora ni hokora em se beka se hokora nti amechi ahima because any braba the entire royal family traditional area etunsa afrobia to the royal burial and year of the late Nana Bosuma Aso Nkrawiri II and the paramount chief of Sunyani from 1946 to 2023. Nti ehon hihye no. Omo shase 1st of April. Omo to Tuesday 2nd, 3rd and Jonfo ma ne eye civil servants, insurance companies in schools. Omo nyina no ene omo nyina bekwa kwakire say omo dollar na okwanso nkoso. Echina ya wo 4th of April, former presidents, presidential candidates, all political parties, Muslim council, Zongo chiefs, Zongo communities, omo nyina so bekansi ani na omo so akwakire do akire Nana Bosumi Aso Nkrawiri II. Sunyani mahine radiator Zafrem. There tosunim burial service and Dotiye Friday 5th April. There tosunsia Saturday 6th April. Ni nyina na omo de hihye gu akona ne krakrakra no kwasiada there tosu enso no 7th April. All churches, religious bodies, Nananom and the general public at the Nana Bosumi Aso Nkrawiri II Royal Palace. Sunyani on here na asia somo from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Inti yenhye no so na enkotai na na hema echi okwanso kusukura. Oh, this is so beautiful. Say na mehu wa ha what me di me akọ ahima suku. Na boko de
alaroma na no won kwan na se me ba ye no yeso wa anya anye.
Okofa papa me diet beti mama suspension.
Me ba ye no me di ma se na de ayo ba ya fe be duru ya ma chini.
Na wa hu me exploit no.
Me chini pata ni nyina.
Fufuo de me che ayi wa hu ana.
Wo che de hin.
Kakaku.
Enye ne no kan. De no kan wa ha no so ba ye rere nkwan.
Well, the about is
na me so me decide say nkwan na ba de ande o se me number ba test.
Na se come on de share kwasinsia na me hia. Na odi me yare metie me ya me nsa babasa
so onu to e woni mu yo kwasinsia hin o do ni to no so
o jabi Adom me ba fufu da na nkasa
but me hu why no me nim say me nya producer man ko asan ga beto abonyom
na
what na ko sara na betra ye ko sikadi ya na sa na betra and you producer
elu ya talent zogo na me ba me na nkasa he say hey the dear Bonyuma was say, pa, and say, there's a go be oh, and there's a bit to be see actually, sir. Bend,
I mean, said, was you see a remix, not to say, oh, Obama, I hope I'm the remix, and I'm what day, that be, Pensem.
If
you're man, what I'm near and I'm
so that's just by the way that we now was a bunch of dramos who be come. And this is what to say.
Nyametias bibia da boko.
Mugusu ni nemu amo kasa chire.
Certainly no one egusu I say until the bones are rotten. You can never say that.
And the last time I checked that man paying is it Volta region no one and I said if no Oti yeah Oti. Okay, so Oti
now I think we are left with I think northeast or something maybe.
So it's a listening tour or what tour?
Yes, I mean we catch the Ghana for so you are going to build the Ghana that we all want. Ghana in pay. And na yepese yesi na yesi di magana for but no na ba na sada just wo adwene bi wo tiri number 1 and na say hu nipa no so a wo pese wo nu wo mu nyina si Ghana mo pe no so wo so de o mo so hia say na mamienu so wo ba ne bota ne se wo de ono no ewo no a pese wo de boa me nya Ghana ye pe no akire na wo so aka wo so de akire very simple tie nkomodim
iti bugu so boaboa mo ho to ensure
yes because nyame yadom a said we said ya ne ma si kro no de Ghana for not tiase hu say we don't need any skirmishes biara. That sometwe na mesme ni yie yetwam. Ya so bia hwe ye nya anke ankon. And let's say to the Ghana say
the sorry.
I would have me say the Ghana say reverse gen ke come on for bottle reverse and Kenya seketwa. Ke kwa reverse that was that free say na
abawe modi mo enye woni so.
Kotobeku enya
unyoma aban ayi bi.
Ebi nsan.
Any laptop nko so e
bi. Na laptop ye free laptop na laptop ye tab me ka hwe kura.
Ye ni kakra.
Dr. Manebo ama. No deputy minister for environment science and technology. And no deputy to Madam Seriaiti. One more time na laptop to chest ate. One more time. Na ye some cute ones be very cute. I know many laptops be near Chema schools. Bebre ye future and news. Don't forget you.
And now she said more digitizing your ma bibia code.
A phrase answer na banya fe na whatever.
A page ni mu.
Anti kansa. And because I mean everything online no. Digital no kada mo brofo na dam. E online activities. A phrase if baby never be pum de. Kwabla. And no buy na de buy you. A page ni na online sana obedi akunya. Pastor office near online answer na abegye
emu amia asaya
wo bibi na abeka mo yenye harebia dada no a ebi na ada beka se bo mo na enimu na ado mo ewura mu enti abaye nto so ne kwan so an
se wo ka se wo yi ano sa se yi ano de se bonia ye kakra wo be se
obi ye bonia ye me kira wo se obi ye bi na abeto wo mo na ye bonia se won kai so bia ye bi ba me mo hu se ye pastor office online 2016 madam Hanatete na wo ye I think AU or something or either AU or bibi
wanya abasobodi
bi ha we admase wono ana ne person no for na first minister wo ma asade ni frase nti wutumi tena ofie fele pass bibia online akwa take the other biometrics kan wo enya wo ba ni frase DVL license
over has ne enama akwa hodo na it's a strike here baso 37 babia I say do Christmas ya o meta yes designs be go o fa free wona do ani chete do ani kire be ma camp so that stretch kwa ko si trade fair no base overhead bi da ho ba wase dia fa mu akopie sprinters any teshi ni mu ahwan John Dramani Mahama no mu se ahosiesie sonko nkoso
Mahama dwuma no se wo ba abro na won wudi yan yo ana so watwe sensan metemanet manat kwana Mahama ye no dua carry da ko fa ye lek matwamu de ko pieteshi abronti omba o se ya transensa ye be ye ho audit ne wanwan ana wo mu jagu ko ko pum da wo mu akoma to mo ye na fe de omba asa fe de adwuma akwa na wo ye adwuma na me to so fe de adwuma no mayo obi ne frase da na nya ba ye it was ongoing he wana mte me kwana na me na
bia so no eye mfumso ana
enya mfumso but twi na adwuma na fe so ba ne so Mahama time na no ano ye say overhead na be cross so afomoto we ni so ma akwa na ye ke wie de ke wie me ye adwuma cause that was around 2016 etika 2024 ye wie makakwa na ke yusu and na ye fa nyegusu aye
wo de no so kogu a motorway expansion a shase ye dwiri kwan no wo se sa she nyina
grade na mo gedi njenjen
wo be ye kwan a e de na ye ya sa na
okay
no admit
grade in this mo
no ya trash ye ni
wo
se ya trim
no ya grade njenjen ayi ewura na won chan ni
wo se ya trim se ye be ye kwan
ana me hu se ya grade njen ba mi hu se ye kwan no
ekwan ye enya prekope wo se ya trim
o ka se ya trim na say ya de kwan bia ababa kan we se kwan bia be kan
ba enchenchen no
ya se na enchenchen ye nua ni wura ne graders so ho ayi ni nyira firi ho
na dem bo apayo no ete ho na furu kagadi ne kodo lawyer
ba bo se muni de mo hunni ma se wan dance de mani hu am ya ma do afomoto we no so ati se asa no ka me fa wana no Monday no rather I use that one.
So you say you be a economic. I
know.
We will be a many for can kind of
excellent. I know. Meaning pa ko branch me hu hu dance na media chere.
Abaya ka chere say moto you be sisi on kan.
What also be sisi. De me hu ne say wo de quota at tile concrete no. Quota. Asa go I had a quite service. Say bibia papa ma wa. Obi aye kwan concrete kama. 19 de ba me no me nyamponi en wo ye. Ana kwan ye. Atra ha betene man na me no mienu yusu wo ba na so tutina wo temu na wo de quota na atal mu ndize wa ma na kwa na mix
ba fa botema na say
hono minimum se hono botema ndia nya kwa na say free asalabotwe ho ba bi ekon
first offer a school junction Now we go be a games no.
Me how back when say kwabena. Brother Jansis did ya na me say the name. We say wow I na ya na we say the name papa.
Okay.
But I know that certain say I say wo my dual carriage be fa.
Yeah.
I said you ka kodwa ni motor we me ma. And me ho my.
Yeah.
Me ho na wo my.
So you admit say
oh, of course me ho and me de me ho de me catch us me ho. Nemo dia obi na ya about us dem me trust en hwa wo say but mama test that one aye. Me say Ghana nim bia wo hu say John Dramani Mahama air commission circle interchange e be kaya ka kire wo say e da na wo bia circle no wo san yimfuni e kire Ghana fo nyina say mo hwe say me ba be ye eye obetche bilam interchange ene pokuas interchange na say na me wi be si ayo to show the 3D design kire Ghana fo a circle
what say who say agenda 111 Aresabiano Dudo na no
2028 to 2029 Dudo no first 30% make you 20.
Well, at the end of the day,
one car on button. What are you from? What to say? There's a how do you call them? Is it an agency? Something maybe. I think an agency be woman has had not secretariat rather. Agenda 111 secretariat. One more report from Parliament and say they can't finish the project as expected. Number one, Number two, the best they can do is to give us 30%. And no 2028. I don't believe. Tinyana, I know none of the there. Only about me. And I said, Abano Babano. And I said, please come. In any case, I don't want to quite a body. I said, a Sankara Bodge, the man Mahamabasu. Unindia. Almost say, I've been paired by 3 more D kindness. Say, would your mind so a new mind number? Nemo, your mind and kind, and on the same, Mr. Pomana that. It was starting for 22 Ghana chi. So for 20 boy Ghana for tomorrow. For 20 billion Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. One first $100 million. When we free. Agenda 111. Oh, sorry, Miss, we free agenda. When we use some of the agenda 111. I want to go for free. Tipa, that's what I know. When she and I as a matter.
Is that the case?
That's the case. I mean, that's the reality. The first $100 million was taken from that fund to start that project. It's the only more than one more John Grabber. So, where's I know I had
but agenda 111. Yeah, and NDC for Namoye agenda. And I make sure NDC for Namo for 21 could nick up and could go flash. Because on can everywhere be agenda 111. May say Turkey free and I must Mama source. Mama African have given you source. So why are you still doubting it? May say the first $100 million that was taken as seed money to start the project was taken from the Ghana Development Fund. Investment Fund, sorry. Kosi koda
the question at the end.
Because we are called soldier force which are bahanyina na mo na mo shase and the MPP abewi o say omo antimi she bibia say omo abandon so mo say abandon project.
Say you also no more.
When the last call?
Say we are. That's what we want to say. Bosun
free abem no one baby na ewo.
And they we adwuma. O ka say we na to say adwuma. Hwame am krom me do si ewo ho. Me papa krom ne atimo nyinesi. So mo nyinesi. Wo fi anyinam na akọ nyinesi. Then now call atim so then to I think JJT or something then that now quarter was
in who research JJT no.
Correct. Agenda 111. Atim enyinesi se me nyini ye wo me
you know omo extension na
kaba. Me nyini no. Agenda 111 se me tiase ya bota ne se mansini a ayaresa bia nim ade mo mbie me boa sesa nete Emmanuel Kobra
mitio
ene sa nete
ehihye ne sa nete baby atosi wo honom no baby obedima hyemu kina so
baby nie ane ye mo mbi tinie
ene baby atosi no hyemu kina
kwabena nyabotrela
koso
baby e bi nie ye mo mbi enti atimo nyiresi a be ka kira wi manifia wo me ketekete a me nyini no na hospital si wo enyiresi aban ayaresa bia enyiresi government hospital bo do si wo si kwa no sa benkum so wa na ne nto aso ba bia wo mu si se da na ye ho ye cemetery papa krom no nti ho minimu asempa na ho ye cemetery wo ba mi krom fi wo etiba ho ye tiwa east wo tiba fanti akwa south kapre ye yini diso hospital inditika wo cha between fanti akwa south and tiwa east on wo hospital one does come be
wo how no
I'm just asking a question. So we say I didn't want the man who be a division way. minimum Tafo hospital is what
Sabia na oka na.
What sound the hospital sound come Tafo for? Are you being referred to Ebia other district at Tafo so won't be?
Okay, in you 1D 1F.
1D 1F.
So they said the money bona every pay you.
Nti no factories are here no more.
Onya aware.
Minimum the do no.
Mako inspect. Me forward do na ma wana.
O wa ko interest do ni nyina. Awu se ni nyina ni.
Betimbe ko do na.
O hun do no.
In fact,
secretary kan wo hu no.
Mra kra.
O de na kasa pre kan.
Na ote 1D 1F.
De wa ko hwe na kasa pre kan ho na. Me bisa question keke. Ni o me ma bisa question. So there was anya da ja ko hwe ni nyina kasa pre kan ho.
Okay.
Bobo se ni hwe kasa pre ko mo.
Me ni kasa pre ko asem wan meba. Me
Incoming Deputy Minister. Congratulations anyway.
Okay, so
and then come on,
Aglo Farms. Ewoga South Municipal.
Farms.
Aglo Farms. Processing of poultry products. Operational.
Any person head more?
Are you really telling me this?
I am asking you that question because the rationale behind that is to create jobs.
But if you absorb the pap enumkra na my opportunity.
Oh, I'm not saying. I just asked the number. Say nipa saying my number, no, but then you also asking me a question.
Really?
The rationale behind multimedia setting up TV stations is because people need to get job to do. Cameramen and then say we say I'm seeing maybe you friend me say where I show you not me say me no ko bonu we. No where I ko bonu.
Oh, so be am ajo to foku na pam dey. No yakwa ba.
Yeah. That's what me do so.
Oh, boy. That's very unusual. One pound and then show the having.
Motor traffic be at.
You should have told me. And why are they process?
Can you say munada?
What the
move for motor with them and one. No expansion will solve all these problems. Expansion will solve all. Also, one expansion was a grade than I be in New York.
Because expansion is a
question. Free baby.
I
saw you shall say free baby. Now we expansion. Now sorry, I don't go book quota.
Me see the man who say, "Obi am say dem me who say,
you say me kurasi dey wo here for. So do azar wa pa no wa here.
Aso me ka won na won say what man na go si boni o.
Me see what say e bie kwan ni.
Who bisa me bote man no kwan ya me ka na me say won ne de me me tro say no ne bote man kwan na o say an. Am so ne ma ko fa mu say ya do carriage.
Na motorway dey
me hu say ya drin jantin. En me hu. I dey ko ta totally ya ba bia mo.
You drink chan service ya dey dey. Ya dey.
Oh, sometimes you can na ne kwan na yin na ne kwan ho fo yidri.
Wow.
So oh fina go ka wa ko to ye what dey 2024 bia be ko kama bo bia say dey chichire man e bi bia no wa ho me so kakra ya bia na be ne pampesa ono de wa hu na oka e kwa no ye bubu nuare bia ne stores e bia be tuma ko kama lo akwa the bolo afo bi no interested all the time na ye can say me hu say dom kuma no e was challenge with passport on sensem e bo no e mo page no.
Right.
Then of course, what is the situation?
Well, senior my chair out for consistency for na me chair menua lawyer so no performance we born e dey na say we free her okoko no passport in sense no the TNA Ministry of Foreign Affairs and as a passport office in itself into me kase yeah, the Bobby Bama Ghana for Tia without a parliamentary approval.
Oh, okay.
Dom Kuma no mentia because say we united parliament. And at the end of parliament, they approve the ama womo.
Omo committee no.
So committee no.
So parliament approve the and nice both sides.
But what I say?
So the minority is part of the committee.
Absolutely. The Foreign Affairs Committee, in fact, every committee in parliament involves majority and minority.
That's why the Kasabian will be.
Kasabian will be.
No, I'm thinking it's a
there's a parliamentary approval to that. About parliament, I'm a parliamentary approval.
And so what they hide them
because we here.
It's parliamentary approval. No, when we approve the specific rate and that's some percentage.
I am not part of that committee. Right. But committee
will throw a figure at them.
No, they will propose.
If you are increase by maybe 30% each. Okay, or maybe move it from the 120 or 100 cities or whatever
to 500.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs cannot do anything at Parliament and approve it. And it is a Ministry of Foreign Affairs the proposal and the committee now. Committee no be assess it. Or more assess it. No be about plenary. Then plenary can now give a final approval to that effect.
I go through all this. Committee
in itself cannot approve anything. No. Mm-hmm. Committee will just look at it,
then raise it, and
now bring it to the larger plenary.
Yeah,
and send a plenary they are approving. Which plenary has approved?
And it's assembly who.
If they have anything to say, they should come back to Parliament.
There be assembly any lawyer Lamboa.
I mean, if that is the case, then I mean, we are all tied in the sense that. Parliament now approve more and didn't make clarity. Say be an parliament can say be approve and all right, but they be a
put Minister of Foreign Affairs now or say or no Moses here and on any ministry they cannot do anything about the fees unless of course it comes back to Parliament.
Okay.
Because since you are not necessarily tight.
Okay. So if anything, if there should be any reduction, Parliament should look at it.
There should be another proposal emanating from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Say, but in any case, senior government has subsidized this idea ways for some time.
It's always subsidized.
Okay. United States of America, not more than 10% of the citizenry, and our passport. What's the case? What's the reason? The reason is that. Sebi, he has no need for the passport if I'm not traveling. Say, hey, me too kwaya. Me the passport here day. Adia will say here your Ghana card. In any case, open good service. Open say unya passport within a specified period. Let's say 1 day, 2 days, or even 3 days. That's a an amount of money a bit more on your good service. I don't think that you should have any problem. Oshe the West African countries, Ghana Hanuma, West Africa Hanuma. Ghana, and the least of amount with respect to passport. Say you could your passport, you 100 CDC, 120 was 110. In fact, if you do the calculation with $8 now, you find it's 100 cedis. West African countries in Ghana the lowest. Indeed, supplier or supply the materials a passport or non supply Liberia. But Liberia is paying, or if you like, Liberian, about $40 and send one your passport. The same supplier or supplier Ghana $8.
Okay, so
across the West African countries, you need the least amount of passport. As far as fees are concerned,
I fill him in with certain information. Okay. How I bet him the DM.
Okay.
I could see Dom Kumano, no Ntiasi, and the Senate Dom Kuman Sampa. Ye begia to say, as he can, I can was him. Name Mon and Mamma Famba Boom.
Okay.
Mon Chester Ebeko Kakra
Progressive.
Kakra. Bio na Nipe Binimuso Adrian say. Can't afford to do na Accra no over 60%. Omo passport no omo kuto omo fanye hwe omo fa tukwan omo fanye bibia. And I feel so the cost of printing no and one sem no every office need too much. That money too was also needed. So these are the three areas yes, Dom Kuma then was yes we agree
but more progressively.
Let's do a progressive movement to that. Like and
then the second one is because most people are not using their
most people know.
And they disagree, but anyway,
the cost of printing also.
Senior, you had every opportunity to make sure, say, you drum home that argument at the committee level, and that is why I work Dom Kuma at the Foreign Affairs Committee, or more representation. Now, apart from the committee, also had to make plenary, make those arguments our plenary. Now, if the majority of MPs believe say this is the right way for us to go, especially looking at the other incidentals, and I said normal a more price in the buyer and as a fees in the buyer, no, then I don't think that there should be any problem or whatsoever. Because when Timmy can say, when government has already been subsidizing this thing for so long a time, and go for the passport to come Hanma, Sabian financial. And go for the government has subsidized more money now. It go 5 years, 10 years, no, a better one for to coin. Meanwhile, government have subsidized it. So now government is saying that if you need a passport, make sure that indeed you need it for the purposes who are contributed to also to. And yet for identification purposes. For identification purposes, you can just get an ID for Ghana card. Go and get a Ghana card.
You are making it simple.
Yes. Said within 2 days or 3 days, your passport, you should be able to get it. And that is why I think say fees now I don't have any challenge with it, especially when you compare it with other West African countries. How much do you also charge in their various countries? Okay, so Luachum, maybe on this one.
Yeah, for the progressive part, I think I shared the view with the minority set. And it's just basically because of that times are tough. So we heard them go where they are. Omo boy abrace. It is say na matter say the obi be say obi do incredible animal grand we nyam bono that to be animal. But but having said that, issue of say obi age passport to them na won issue. I stand to disagree. You know why? Because to the best of my experience, at least I practice in immigration law, I know, sir, most people have a cost of a passport. Bibi watching.
Have you seen the data? Don't speak without
data. No, relax.
There's a data to that.
The first time I called Gina, who said, "I'm ready to come
No.
Obia waje passport na kan officer dey na kan confirm so akwa time.
There's a 5-year data to that effect, 10 years data. Foreign affairs from airport we hun confirm to kwan.
Relax.
The point is relax. And then the point is me call passport and
yes.
Na me kwan na. What the kwan there?
E be about 1 year na me friend to kwan.
I agree, but I'm also saying that say Ministry of Foreign Affairs data one for a period of 5 years or 10 years. It shows say the passport within this 5 years. The say e say na to there is every reason for Ministry of Foreign Affairs to make that
work around that figure.
Absolutely. Relax. I want to make sure say obi dey nem ko ye na just won ko.
But bottom line is say no man who dey na the first point of call is that obi a wo oman anakro anadwuma bia no who the data ana ye unyina so
yes
data na chi no ebem say the fact say me kwabna santimaje passport ama data na capture me say ma be dia betu kwa en kire say me ni akwa nya say me tu kwa
e bia ko no busu e be on man so the
but he's working with data. You cannot fault him for the data.
That is why you find people at the embassies almost every single day. Obi a person the passport no kwadi ye never be tell man no dimi ko na what me capture no at the airport say wono abesen ko
ko ni.
And this lastly, was it identification? You see, I've never supported the idea say you're ruling out your passport from identification, and I would never sit here and support it because for UK example, and I say European example. Europe for what EU national card, what we have our version called Ghana card, but it works hand in hand with the passport. It works hand in hand with the passport. It carries the same authority. The same authority. Some of the passport make me off for plane and make me EU card and so off for plane and within that environment. If I understand that you're the you won't suppose to see the person Ghana card mum kwan say. So maybe me try with some that means of identification I try near my passport number more or less useless. I would never agree with any government who continue to put that decision. I'm telling you. Any government. I'm saying I know it. I'm in the makeup. Because it should be part and parcel of our identifications.
Is that the case?
That's how it's supposed to be. Mama, example now. You see, all the different countries, 27 member countries.
Reasons are more signing for passport to mean a means of identification.
I've been saying. My reason back when
no, because and
now they're situated into this argument. Back when
acquire first way a passport. Without too much.
It's the best form, except you don't know how.
Amongst some of the reasons.
Okay. Post office now. Apart from so fellow forms no online.
Physically, go to
never. wa feel na wie na abekọ ho no ukuduru ho a police for ho they have ruled that the role that they are playing there now NIB formerly BNI omo check you immigration for ho a omo check you all this foreign affairs officials omo check you sometimes even where they have issues with your data they call you for interview to interrogate you as to why now what the chimber man and never say what they are asante they do all this before finally approve by your compensation Ghana card one the Ghana card they for BNI checks why can't tell me maybe one the Ghana card they BNI checks and some they issue Ghana card man one the Ghana card they foreign affairs checks intelligence checks on all this to see whether you are into any fraud activity and of course I disagree. Nothing say it should be part and parcel of our identification mediums. EU man I am emphatic with that. I say now Germany every German national be a German passport be a EU national card. Over to every Germany about France. I want you to the passport no obey you the EU card so the EU card no and you have to plane from Germany to France it's possible it's allowed
hey careful with it's possible
it's allowed you way mean when indeed it's possible
indeed it is possible
no tell me they can no kind of conjure Sarah said about me a year German national passport
yeah
and so for plane free Germany about France so the two medium of identification serve the same purpose. You are to over the other. That's what I'm telling you here. Okay. I mean, it's even an insult to the country and into our entities or authorities. So, like I say, passport not be quite and one pass your quality and you can go by the end fraud.
Are you saying so? Be Germany, not supposed to conquer France? Only mean you should just a simple, maybe a driving license card or whatsoever.
No, you use your EU card or your passport. It's an old driver there is different. But I know when my drive across the name free beer, Italy near that they bar the UK and say they show their EU cards as well.
Are you talking about foreigners or indigents?
Oh, na so be credit card be an indigent. I mean it's a national.
So be a national of Germany. Not so to conquer France. You don't need a passport really.
You need it.
You don't need a passport.
Oh, relax.
You don't.
See, you can't just board a plane and go.
No.
Wouldn't mean for plane can cassava for plane from Germany. Oh, France. No, it's not so. It's not so. It is not so. I practice immigration law in the UK. It's not so. You use your national card, the EU card.
Until you travel, or you can.
No, it's not matter what. You're either using the EU card or your passport.
So the Ghana card, what's wrong?
So what's wrong with that?
Or no, so you should say Ghana card in the region.
You're not getting what I'm saying. Ghana card. What did you go away?
Hey, I don't think Ghana card to go.
What the point? I'm not saying Papa Nasa will get another. Would to the 100 countries.
Papa Bear.
No vice president. No
the vice president.
Was watching the 100 something. Whoa. Anyway. I was going to Ghana
card. You'll be a boy or say Ghana for the right passport no 10 years or
I'm telling you. In fact, my own siblings, more two of them are Omoje passport no. They never used it. Oh, they had intent to travel with it. But you see, as I'm saying, intent. But I'm just saying
that is not that.
But see, that intent, is not enough for government to spend on that intent.
Exactly.
Government, you tear over 300. Yes. What are you talking about? Oh, they.
Means kind of pajama no is not really my headache. At some point in time, we will increase our service charges. So, my worry is really about that. The only thing I'm saying here is that if they had agreed to can go progressive, they should just follow that line.
Okay, simple. So are we entirely out of doing so now? Are we okay?
Only one. Kobe's will be making what's on Monday number amateur.
And the one thing I said before, let release now about that. It was a simple. Are we entirely out now, or
we can be entirely out? You can't be entirely out. Miss Sunday, Monday. What's it? But Monday
overloading, Anna.
Overloading what transformers. And young Mitchum Bermanas.
No, assem. Yakania.
Maternal Energy Ministry open. Tianama, I am Kayan and who's as a you guys are the technical people. you know that we haven't put this thing here. Phone you put it. The cap maybe the capacity is 225 you know it. Okay, so me transfer me see me area no. Fan some mama mudi come let's say 100 kV. And the mom said the area na page I said nipa road na beto so na bro 100 no. Do you need my permission to come and change it?
In your politics. You know,
I'm just this one I'm not being
it takes time.
And energy ministry doesn't stop ordering. Transformers. Because you need it almost every day. Either you are taking it to a new place and can hear anymore, or you are changing an old one, or if you are blasting, if you can't blasting myself completely. So it means Masaya say you short to you need me cry. A brain in and I was any big witch.
A blasting us yes, a son or you do so. Oh yes, because in my constituency just about 3 days ago, in fear in Chama, Mohana transform so blue.
Bruno Benson.
Tafu
emphasize.
Tafu Zongo as an again. Yes.
Boom.
Yes. Boom. And see, a bus annual lightning now call off. See a call of best 6 hours or even 12 hours near a year. What if you're not what are you talking about?
The old canon ever. And no, I mean, I know you'll be a team and tell me who say, and no one who yet. BBS, probably. I'm at the call. It's on Kanya, my idea won't say a news on the cost. But yeah, come on, and then you quite woman as also generators, not some the and I'm also suggesting to you, say, are you closing your eyes to the effect, say, to the fact, say, yes, say, doom so or what? Seven. Is it easy? And I say, you're in CCB or CCC, is it easy to do it? It takes time. Of course, you see. It's the politics. I'm a secretary, well, I mean, but I'm a say, and they mean you can say. I'm many how be bad. More than the that is why I get sick. This is why I get sick. What would you not do? But maybe the old maybe what some the Senate. But I'm going to make us look at your so I say the next. I'm married. It just come again. Oh, your question. Car power. Say machine Jessica. It's Muno. Now how many do you No, I'm just asking a question. It's Muno. Obamuso. Mundu kapa because it's can here. Mobile is says can buso. But you know at the time we did not necessarily need American capa. We had enough capacity at the time because the president is. We had enough capacity at the time. And say your power is your tower abonting na. Yes, easy fought with. Oh man, pani kwa so by do so mad. What do the video? Was member first one do so ha. Nanya nansi so na oh. Was it be a che. Then na che. Okanda ben. Ubu bisame. Kolo video. No munyesa. Okanda ben. Okanda ben. No for court na pray. For the ben. Ka say. 70 minutes. Jubilee house great do kan. From Jubilee house one do kan you Jubilee house. O ko wada na won na do. Hey, if you want to do that, can you do that? Who was that? Not the truth. I don't know how going to have that. Ben, I was a do. That man, I go. Yeah, and then we won't give you. Oh, what is that? But on the other side, remember, I'm no cousin. I must here, pa. Be Suman be what your memoir. I was a beneficiary. I acquire no not a cow. And I didn't see a deal now, no, I know for you, but it is time what citizens must speak. Sure, ya when ye be say, multimedia, a bind there. A good, it mean ye. Now, me must suggest. Let's give it to a private entity, Anton. Now, what Tom Vincent on a private person, there, or baby. One of the areas of law that I specialize in. Mergers and acquisitions. Say we can company you know abom one. I say be a company back, company back. No, in most instances, I will turn sufficient bar and abattoir. And probably when you find my phone now, when you own radio or Fabi, no, should be a bed. Account. Abecam. And as it will be not the Abacan, maybe or maintain their honor. So the question is so maintain their honor. And no one ever one more non dinner was a baby in Aquay. Said you my phone now. And my phone now. Number 2, so I'm maintaining book. Never say you only of let's say 40%, not a cash 60. Yeah, that's what you. Still no, and the Nippon knows what woman make money a year now. So I don't ever agree or share that view set.
Abaya dio be.
Abaya me bia na say toma entity be, sorry, private person bia.
But that's what's happening all the time.
But then they say
all the time.
A classic example is my friend. Alright. So to yeduma in its capacity say they say yeduma. Capacity boy do 14 so 1 per liter. Kenro.
I say the private person imagine.
Why do you think so? Why should it be so?
Now time we are home.
Any private.
Your time no your time dey here home. Mama check your home. Your time dey here home say.
And then the question.
Yeduma to gina na so ma to yeduma safata ama yewura.
Wanda kuto.
Gina so no. Ndoma ni Muhammad bi fa to. Okay boss tum. Adom ni ba ko for say adwuma kase mi rehwe ni
But he managed it well.
What yes superb job to send this NDC one to position. E pesika gu akire ma na to refine crude e okromu a. Mo ba yi. Ya to.
Love is when Momo dey na dey.
Mo ba yi, mo change chief executive nkwa ma ko 7 e woto within the 8 years. 7 no. Board ye good near for me. Ye good near for me. Ye good near for me. Still nko be sie na nesi wo. Obra, nko be sie na nesi wo. Ma me adwen ne se bi Ghana for the gumu yadwuma. Ebi electrical engineers, the engineer, mechanical engineers ni wan and the guy come. So won dey say na won do na yadwuma won ija ko Iraq. That better na be catch up. We have bisa, we dey one mun
Well, as if what's happening? That tour this what's happening there?
Well, senior, tours and some there, and yet it's not an easy thing. It's because there's a industry now and a sabotage room. Yes, there's a big sabotage at home. Knowing somebody like Napo, maybe Nina Juma or Minister of Education for so long a time. If he has his own free will, I have no doubt in my mind that Napo will be able to turn tour around. But the sabotage, a woman industry, even sometimes even in persons in government and all that, it becomes very difficult for you to be able to turn it around. But well, board, I can see some commitment on the part of government and even some industry players. We hope, say, in the shortest possible time, able to me, but that will only come with some commitment from all stakeholders, industry players, Ministry of Energy, TOR for Kasanso, and even the workers of TOR. They should be able to show that commitment. That's our sabotage and says because politics are cost war TOR. Senior, see, I do true TOR, see, I need a beer. Politics are cost war TOR. You will be shocked that even Ghanaians, and especially some businessmen, doesn't want TOR to work. Okay,
so you could try one by any mula for nearby. Lawyer Vincent Echo as a forward December community say be done a commerce over catcher as well. Lawyer Chumberman so Komoka Crown Nibidi. Yakobasia. Now Ogusu share Badwam on Adom TV, multi TVs. My man quickly said Joy Prime for the education could be a basso friend of Family Arena. Family Arena. Now so exciting this April and a basso into a for na NJ. Na asesemu adesua wo ana afi nneoma tete nneoma obehu ne nneoma abehwe no ene wona ebe so mani ji ebe ji omo no ebo adwene ntiase so kra wo sanya eye sika ene ada achede so ko bi kra ba part of this eye arena no ti woni ji ho nko aso be part dia oni wabusua ene nipa kakra no mo bedi djuma no mche team members no fasadi ne ebrasa WhatsApp number we so 055 157-5757 now for yetimi achechom ye Family Arena eba soon on Joy Prime a different ultimate TV experience and the channel so na be a part of it. Narenka also kowa di kowa water for kowa machiao You bet you free na fa ho. Eni abiro ye moja ne papa.
Oh, she na wori. Pastor ya kunya tafu wa che bi die na no wa say.
Ko wa
musa say. Ada na tie condition.
Ko wa say wono ko wa che bi on so te. O ko wa che bi wa ahin gon ja
propaganda nti.
Ko wa che
on so te. Wa so te o se ko free no.
Ko wa ye chiaba make sure so obeboa ama Lawyer Vincent as a 40 man increase the votes no. Na
your campaign.
Oh, he has always been. That's it. No specifics. So, Oba Kofi Adom me jiamu dendene. Oba Vincent to me jiamu dendene. No onkophobia me ta omo chie so omo ba. John Jinapo on any occasion. And many pay former deputy rules minister under mo J Mensa. Mesu mo bia kranko. Bia East nya minipa a champion Richard. Ana ye Akando. Ana minipa Semanse boy ahi. That is Mobia farm. Say it is good. Me am the family calling that the Mobia and I use call. A potential vice president, say potential president, a year Erikopuku Mobia for. The area is beyond my judge them by way. The campaign manager by my campaign team about when I see from Ubia Moa on the CFM disease, you know. I might say the same question as a phone. And well, Ubia answer me that come probably. For the next 5 minutes, then we wrap up.
Anyway, Monica said,
"Yeah, we be told to the Kasai na me friend we."
Yeah, so much there one here, breathing like a
Kasai we.
Anyway, my wishes because some of them they hear me say by the candidates to cut to us on the air.
No, when I want them, they say come back and vote on this matter.
Well, I no can number some can once.
Okay, so any so now you see on
Monica mind the position of the law.
Okay, so see
emotions.
And the more we bring a call into Saturday way. I was especially these two things.
16 and 12.
Legally, if it was established, you will be date of birth to about 3 million. One, obviously, the
parent.
Well, okay, parents account. 2, a date of birth. 3, worst case scenario said the other 2 in the one would be a medical test. To confirm this what this is. So that's it. Any other. But now the question is, Sakola was 16. So what 12? The question is, you number what year? I'm not saying what and videos in the share minimum papa way, but when okay, when in Nakasano, Bakansa conform, which is the Bobu Wulomono and Papa will die. So now I meet some press conferences be now microphone penny phone be the interim of the man said, Bobunu ye or Bosman Ankasa, that's the date. Na a year woman near say na omu can say I come on because of being Punare Adom,
which is just for
so what I said, no binu and as on my India version in Kramemu for a manu version or my be into to them never pay I what this is 65 the way Anna Eko I think it's 65 years, right?
No, 63.
63 years.
Yes.
It's never pay Anna Eko about where you can say me. No more ask more, let's make in simple terms as in Kunayre. Yabonity. The question is, Sinkunayre as some no, I can form my name, but the question about I want to say, Yadia Dumadia. Are we still doing that? Tafo him, Nanaji, Ewan Kunayre. Over but it's no one and I can't form money with me yet. She's so what I said. But you go see the man no. And then no, you're trying for the man. So back and front thing I say, minute they hear me. They hear me pa say. Ma enquire say because you can't say you're born in says your Bible some affinity. Na ebi my parents want take advantage. Na ja onna or touch that ja umia crack. I want
Amama the embassy between the JJ.
What I say,
we should not abuse it.
Sir.
Or touch ye day.
Oh, me na crack. What I say? I don't know. So can end there was. I want me mean na mo say amande na dia baba ene dia me no me yede hye dia me ntran kasa bia mande no bi teacher no minimum kan for man nyina mu so I can't speak negative against the one why what as me atra kan for that just kan me ngunya yere wo and then nyina ye do bi se kunya so no koso okaso be fa nkunya da bibi ensi ne kwan obetuma ye mum a personal decision some yes menye at polygamy ya we would do our do up but the question is in any person why do na ye kan wase baby na no for line so me no pen me maka phone but I will say ye constitution ni kire say I will say what do fish do what na kire ekro ansa na wodnya asigi na yes me ware na say me ware ne mo sa abre ye nua kuma yi na say ye bayi 16 o was 12 o ni nyina mu no anka oni say capacity. So we are also near the back one, baby, and I say, be a man for baby now. So what issues with the Tama, young Japanese girlfriend? So I asked myself, when you moon on passable, I think some you moon about so because I know Baba and I be why at near clear. Come on, so I say, now my young say, oh, I am Kobasi will be in the that and I'll be for come maybe an instant copy, must be a baby. Now, you're the sorry, the runner of Aquaday at together. So they made a debate like a phone.
Okay.
Well, senior, Ghana hano, yamrano, say customary law, any Ghana mra, ebishia. At every point in time, yamrano, ebe prevailing over the customary law. And irrespective of customary law, and I say right, or more performing at the Ghana traditional level and all that no. Se Ghana mra no esi fapem eka se netia customary law ni nyina no sebi you sweep under the carpet. It cannot have any basis.
Mra no
it's paramount. Yeah.
Ebukan fa no so. It prevails over customary law. Na Ghana mra no wo hwe article 28 and kwada na say children certain right na sa right na edema wo no eno na parliament share so and ede say the children's act na de buy because article 28 no share parliament say there should be laws and I say also ye hye mra bi na de protect eye kwada e wo Ghana ha and ede children's act na buy na in the children's act no eno na ewo mu pefe say wonya 18 years aware ede aware wontimi ware bi. Section 14 of the Children's Act. Unyenya 18 years, you cannot marry. But Section 14 also say, so ya kwada, you cannot be forced to marry. And now say yen to me for so, na yen betrothed you. Just yen for uncle shepenyi bin say sebe ye betrothed you na dachi bi no ye be ware. You cannot be forced to do that. It is say obi eya sa de no a na kire say o ya ma ho kwan say edu kogina eye asendi bia obedifo na ade see over the weekend no say your customary marriage asema meka fa ho different ana eye betrothal nso a say bia de wakoche daache bi hu sisi hu so na afa de yaware wa na say de obeye de aye won so eno nso so my opinion about it is different. Say about customary marriage say ade see over the weekend na customary marriage akwada you don't have consent. In fact, so you want to say, oh, consent to such a marriage, null and void because one, unyenya 18 years. And two, marriage na say aware na ankasa it will be null and void because you also 8 years uni capacity.
Yeah.
But there's a certain lacuna in the law. Lacuna na wo ho say ye betroth obi a say nipa na ye na adwen say mama consent. Say you bet to me at the Miyakwa Obia, na say me more than 12 years older. There's a lacuna in the law where it does not criminalizes it. Tina de Meka not say there's a certain lacuna. What law ni mo say ye betrothiwa. Say why do consent e say yes, mama me consent ye betrothi me. It is different from so my consent and worry because my consent and worry can null and void. But betrothal there's nothing illegal about it. As far as we are concerned, because you're not upon it, say be a criminal or Ghana ha. This is hard, you know, ya tro a wombremu. Next side the penalty or home. But in the case of a betrothal, there's nothing to that respect. In fact, betrothal crampon criminal as far as the books of Ghana are concerned. And nothing I mean and Penyumfu the traditional council no and I think that they've had lawyers advising them. We say, are you going to now making it look as if say the SCN now no betrothal. Say betrothal there, and yet a better dinner. Say one, Because for you can charge them, say they have been forced or they forced Akwadano to go and marry. But you see, because I feel Akwadano just 16 years, whether 12 or 16 years, it's still forced below the age capacity, which is 18 years. The Obetimia can say, Abia Akwadano Betimia consent to a betrothal. Just say, Miana Mama Mokwain. Say, your family check Bobu Wolomo. Bobu Wolomo. And then Mia Mama Mokwain say, Family check. Until the Aqua check Bobu Wolomo, until the Bobu Wolomo, Baye Biano, your no one.
Okay, so what they are saying is that you had number Bobuno. But because the Wolomo is the more or less the as on the comes Bobuno. Only idea to do that.
Yes.
But many guys want to be doing one in Timor with their mama. Until I say, Mechanics and Mimo to say, if it's their culture, almost says they're mini acre. I mean, a interest in experiment. You ever say in the family?
The welfare principle, and I know also, the best interest of the child, very, very important. Section 2 of the children are very, very important.
We cannot say much about it, especially when we don't really know the details.
But you see, no Ghana, you say you're queen, 21st century, maybe by you say, we could direct grandpa and Lucas autonomous. The intent was that you say who, and that's a yes. Yes, but as someone
not to choke you is good.
As someone no can tell you say, akwa say ye wo hu so bi e beba wo so if you go and sing it. So all those things, yes. And
for a purpose.
For a purpose.
Yeah, very important.
Preserve.
But we don't know so come say we dey so we dey so call bibi.
Bibi.
Of course.
The rationale, the basic rationale was to preserve it.
So are you saying that most of our cultures,
absolutely, senior. I disagree. What you say? Because we so say a custom. I could have when you're 12 years, and now even if you are saying 16 years. Wakaku, Udio no Kaku Siwa. And that's what Nakoche. Welfare principle. I could have not do Semukra say.
But saying you are not to a marshal.
Now we have ceremony
animal a free. Obi ho abofra ebia mfie be nwotwe na wahyaase abon ho ka kopimpi be du nwotwe na wasere busuafo no we dem ware no imi amehwe made and last itiamra na
say na make say emra bia
maybe at age 8 or 9 or 10
criminal offenses
we dem ware no imi ame bon ho ka nyina
say that moment you find more
there be even
and there has not been any ceremony.
Yes,
but this one there's a big ceremony. If I do TNC
now okay we so no am ware also
and no dey by force. So be worry. I by force so be worry.
Also no decide so be worry once.
Na then na
8 years na the capacity.
Sabe na wo dia no nyi hwan nche.
Me ji fra awofo ne nche.
Nti ko worry awofo ne.
Dia na nya ba.
What's the problem about? Okay, so you meet me be say me and then above fa che ye di komo ya be ya e be di komo be boy na. Enti ubetima be ka komo no 0302 211701 equity 4 0302 211701 equity tafo
but see the moment NDC guy no me no me na all law school ya baba
oba
there be a friend ya baba obema when the contest the other time no
oh sir
yeah
muka mo yi na
but ono de onya match
ya baba no
ya baba nya match ya baba
onya match na me no twa oni hwe tafo peso aso you are proud of what you have done for them.
Oba Tafuzongo. What na me? Ya wo metete me yem bibia. What na me fee CCCA. In fact, Oba constituency no be able to say yes. Obi able to say MPF wo ya. It is in Tafuzongo. That's where my family house is. There's this big gutter, and I know so you know Bukara. You know Bukara. The biggest gutter in Otafo. In fact, it is between the Central Mosque and the house of the Sariki Zongo. It is between the Central Mosque and the house of Sariki Zongo for over 50 years. zongo for so da ben ye be sa drainage ya mo da ben ye be ya mo it has not been done. 1992 even democratic dispensation ebe almost won sa nothing has been done about it. And ne tafofo hwe me tafo zongo for nyina hwe me ka se nyankopon ni monyam se ye kate sword no just after about 1.5 months enie baby adwuma na kwa akoduru no tafo zongo for nyina ni age ho. And you see the Seriki zongo. No, hold on. You don't understand what you're. It's not just a simple gutter. No. It's not a simple. No, hold on. It's not a simple gutter.
Okay.
Now, say drainage systems say water for the baby, but why am I singling out this gutter? Yes, it's the biggest. The biggest.
Capital intensive.
Yes, the biggest.
And at the end,
and if I tell you,
and it's a personal question, sir.